What is one to do when they don't have any empathy or sympathy? What about when they realize they can't emote properly because they don't really care about how other people feel? Well, they fake it, of course. This video is going to tell you several ways that a narcissist acts as if they are just like you. Number 1, they hide what they really want. It is no secret that narcs have motives, agendas, and a wish list. However, in order to seem more like other normal people, all of this is hidden. One example is they might offer to take care of all the finances for you so that you don't have to stress about it. They might say, listen, this is so much for you. It's really taxing. Here, let me do this for you. It's literally the least I can do. Consider it done. Well, all you've then done is give them complete access to your financials, which is what they wanted in the first place, but they never disclosed that information to you. What they really want is hidden away. Number 2, revisionist history. A lot of ways, interestingly, that narcs try to be normal is they spend a lot of time trying to convince you that you're abnormal. A narc will always rewrite a version of events that they don't like to make it work better for them. You then need to accept that brand new narrative, the one where they're normal and you're the one acting like a complete and utter weirdo. They might say something like, I'm really trying to be patient with you. We know you have a temper. And you're like, what are you talking about? That is their revised version of events. They love to tell revised stories. And in these little novellas, you get to play really awesome parts, such as the bad guy, the abuser, the psycho, and the idiot. Number 3, mirroring. Naturally, it's a very common tool. They just copycat you. They just mimic you. They copy how a person talks, even sometimes down to a particular accent. They copy the way that you behave, the way that you dress. They might even start learning about a topic or pick up a hobby that this other person they're trying to essentially fool has, all in an attempt to seem normal. Most well-adjusted folks have hobbies, things they like to do for fun, or just in downtime. You'll find narcs don't have much of a personality all their own. Their hobbies are usually things they've picked up from others. Number 4, acting. Through trial and error, narcs learn what works on people and what doesn't work at all. They also learn how to very quickly size people up. Some also become masterclass actors, and they learn to fake emotions. This part, honestly, is not really particularly hard. Narcs know how to act cold and distant to get you to chase them. They know how to act warm and fluffy when they want something from you. They know how to feign distress to get people to come rushing to their aid. No, feelings aren't exactly felt, but we can all laugh at a joke that's not funny, that kind of a thing. Narcs are no exception to that rule. And let's not even get into how they can cry without even being sad. If you'd like to talk with me one-on-one and get some support for your situation, you can visit my website to set up a phone chat. Links and information are down in the video description. Number 5, the false narrative. Typically, the false narrative is short for a victim narrative when it comes to narcissists. A mean, cold, cruel, manipulative person is identifiable very quickly and very quickly given the label of toxic, crazy. You don't want to deal with it. You know what oddly looks more normal? The victim, the underdog. Everyone falls on hard times, right? Narcs will always use some sort of false narrative to seem more gentle than they really are, more down on their luck and pathetic than normal, and of course, more normal than normal. Number 6, fake empathy. I figured this would be perfect to talk about since we kind of just discussed them faking a lot of other things, faking to cry and all this other stuff. They understand how they should feel in a certain situation. So what they're gonna do is their best to try to act that way. And of course, the classic example that I think most people give is crying at a funeral. They know they should be sad. They know that they should behave the way everybody else is. Even if they can't squeeze out any crocodile tears, they'll keep their head down. They'll keep wiping their eyes. They'll look miserable. There are times when you can tell that even though they're trying to do this, they're faking the emotions poorly. Sometimes they fake the wrong emotion, or they legitimately have the wrong emotion. Maybe you're upset about something. Instead of being sad for you, instead of being upset with you, you went for the promotion and you didn't get it. They might chuckle. They might not know what to do. They might try to pick a different emotion and they might pick wrong. Laughing at the wrong time is a very common one. They also have terrible timing, and you've seen this in your relationships. You're upset about something and they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." They're not sorry. But then the next day when you're still upset about it, they can't understand why. They're mad or sad or whatever for a whole 5 seconds, and then they can't understand why we're not moving forward. Well, we're still upset. We're still sad. We're still mad. We still care. They had that fake emotion for 5 seconds and they're like, what? The person died. Why aren't we over this already? That's the kind of behavior they have where they're trying to fake the emotions, but they're faking that empathy very poorly. Number 7, kindness with little strings attached. Kindness is what is done typically out in public to make them look as good to as many other people as possible. This is about looking normal, quote unquote, whatever the most normal version of normal can be. Most abuse goes on behind closed doors so that you sound insane when you voice a concern about this person and everybody else thinks the world of them. They're very kind and open and caring, it seems, with other people to give the impression that they are normal. And once again, we go back to you're insane. Speaking of you're insane, number 8, we've arrived at gaslighting, another tool used by narcs to make them not necessarily look more normal and more well-adjusted, but to make you seem like a complete weirdo nutcase. That's all narcs can do sometimes, since they can't rise up to a little bit more of looking normal, to not looking so manipulative. All they can do is knock other people down and make them look as weird as possible. Not much to really say about gaslighting. Myself and other people have a lot of videos on it, but in short, they will spend a lot of time calling you crazy. And if this is done often enough and well enough, it can actually work and make a person feel like they're abnormal, like they have the problem, and that there's nothing wrong with the narcissist. How else do narcs totally fake being normal? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.